estás? Hace mucho tiempo que no sé de ti, no sé de ti, no sé de ti. Hey, oh mama, how you doing? ¿Cómo estás? Solo dime si quieres saber de mí. No sé de ti, no sé de ti. Baby, ¿qué tal? Dime qué haces. Vamos a vernos, mami, let's think, como un enlace. Veterana, pero yo te puedo dar clase. Ella tiene calle, calle como la hace. Mami, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te va? Me dice que...
All right, so today's lesson that I want to go over that I think it's something that is very important now, considering the way the way of information flow on the internet. So I think one of the most important things right now I would definitely want my kids to know about is the story of not everything that shines is gold. And I'm going to give you an example of that in my life, and you can see it everywhere right now. You see it all over the internet. You see it on TV. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, and it's easily disguised and misleading. And if you're not aware and are conscious of this, it can lead you down the wrong path in life. So basically, my story that I want to share is during the 2008 housing crisis. I used to do mortgages, right? I was in the mortgage business. Made some good money, but who doesn't like to make or want to make even more money? So I was with a company, mortgage company, very loyal, great group of guys. But I was always, I bumped into a guy who was trying to recruit me to his mortgage company. And it was super intriguing because this guy was making a lot of money, right? He's driving around in a Range Rover, Porsche. He had multiple cars. So I was a young kid just trying to, you know, make ends meet, make money like I never have. And at that time there wasn't no YouTube, so there was limited information. But I was not an easy person to switch over and just ride with the next guy just because he has more shiny objects. So we became friends from a distance, stayed in contact all the time. He always tried to recruit me every time I met up with him and hung out with him once in a while. But I never switched over. Thank God I never did. So basically, when the house of cards started falling with the housing market, and all the banks were drying up and nobody was loaning anymore, and desperation was kicking in, I ran into him again, and I was speaking to him about it, and I was like, how you doing? How's everything going? Things are getting crazy, huh? We're running out of lenders, yada yada yada. And he basically he agreed. Yep, he agreed things were getting rough. So I said, hey, I got this person, need a loan, this is his credit score, this is what we have going on. And I had ran into him at a new location he was working out of. And he said, hey, don't worry, whatever they need, I can make it happen. I was like, what do you mean? What do they need? I could create bank statements. If he needs bank statements, I could do this, I could do that. I was like, whoa, that's major fraud, buddy. I'm not trying to go down that route. So, you know, all the gold and all the shine, it was all a fraud. It was all a fraud. At that point, I don't even know, at that point, a lot of the feds were coming down on a lot of mortgage brokers, a lot of people committing fraud. And to this day, I don't know if he ended up going down the tubes with the feds, because he was doing a lot of fraud. That was one of the few ways he was making it big. And I remember going, when I went to his mortgage company and I met one of his processors, and he told me, but I never knew what it meant. He told me, he said, not everything that shines is gold. And then it clicked. I was like, holy shit, man, this guy's been a fraud this whole time, making all this money. And then you go through life and you start seeing it everywhere. You start seeing it everywhere, right? You start seeing Bernie Madoff. You start seeing these guys on YouTube taking steroids, cheating their way up. You start seeing these baseball players taking steroids. And it's just something that exists. It's something you have to be conscious of, something you have to be aware of, so you don't get misled. And it's an important story. And I just seen it throughout my entire life. And it's something that I think, you know, I'll definitely make my kids aware of that. I was going to the gym one time. I'll give you another quick story. I was going to the gym one time, and I started to see this guy who was big, man. He was like my build, thin, but muscular. And we started, you know, talking it up. I seen him in the locker room, Spanish guy. And then basically, he was telling me about a steroid that he was taking. It's very popular in Latin, called anabole. And I was like, nah, man. I don't mess with that stuff. So, you know, it's something that is good to be aware of in life, because this shit is everywhere. It's rampant, especially on the internet. You got people flossing, you know, acting like they own all this, you know, cars and houses. It's just, you know, don't be distracted, don't be disturbed by these things. It's a lot of fraudsters out there, a lot of fraudsters, and that's just a way of life. That's just the way it will be. That's the way it's always been. Be on the lookout, pay attention to people, and just remember, you know, not everything that shines is gold. All right, and hopefully you don't get misled. You know, I almost fell into that trap. Thank God I didn't. And I think it's just an important lesson that we can all take away, because a lot of misleading going on the internet, a lot of misleading, and scary place to be if you don't have somebody to guide you and make you aware of these things. So, all right, guys, just wanted to share that info. I think it's an important thing that exists, will never go away. That shit is here to stay. So just be on the lookout, be aware of these things, and just do the right thing, lead the right path, and it'll, you know, what you seek, it will come to you. Just be patient. Take care. See you next time.